I don't know whether I'm the first one to report this. Amongst Rosie barking, you could probably see Rosie in the background. Where's Rosie? But this news, the press have put out there, shall we say, a little statement that within the inquest for J number 1, the witnesses were actually summoned. Or some of them were summoned. We don't know exactly who, but we know of 2 people at least, maybe 3, that were summoned. We're going to have to talk about this, and we're going to touch on Inquest number 2 and the golden ticket procedure. Is there a procedure? I won't go too far into it, but just a little few words about that system, or is there a system, or are they making it all up as they go along? They're confused. I'm confused. I hope you're not. We should talk about this. Switch that volume up if need be, or switch it down. And if you're driving, please use hands-free, or you can just grab that drink and carry on watching. And welcome to Aldon's Reviews and True Crime. So I hope that Rosie isn't barking. So I'm in the UK. So when you see this room, it's normally I'm in the UK. So I do actually spend a lot of time living abroad and also within the UK as well. Keep them guessing, eh? I do put out there my life. Maybe I put too much of my life out there. I don't know. I don't have a reason really to hide anything. Let's just firstly briefly talk about the golden ticket thing. The golden ticket thing. So I don't think they know the criteria. I don't think they know who's going. But I know it should be more transparent. So getting through to the right person is very difficult there. But we need to know the criteria. Why didn't the family not have an open inquest, a public inquest? Why didn't they have a closed inquest with no press, no public? I don't know a lot about inquests, really, but and I'm certainly hopefully going, but I need to know what they want. I'm pretty open. I know it's not a jury. It's not a jury where you need a DBS check, an enhanced DBS check, but I've got one. So I don't mind presenting that. Perhaps we need one for... Are they worried? Are they worried they're going to get unsavoury characters come through? Maybe they're worried about people heckling or shouting out. That's not me. You know that's not me. Now, I'm not the best one to go to this inquest, but I'll try if I get there, and I'll do my best. But I need to know, when you book a ticket, have you got the ticket? Do you need to wait for a confirmation back? Apparently there's a confirmation back that we need to wait for. Is it anybody's business? I see that it's the person's business who's managed to book those tickets. Are they interchangeable? I hear that they are. So if somebody has a ticket and they're intended to go but they can't go, something's come up, surely maybe they don't need to let the court know. Perhaps they need to let the other person know, or another person, that they can go, and then that person then lets the court know, is this okay? Can I go? What do you want from me? Do you want me ID? Do you want a DBS check? What do you actually want from me? I just don't understand what's going on at the moment. Now, they're not worried too much about a family who want to go, who are interested. You know, they're a family, they want to go along. Maybe they're a grown-up family, they want to go along. They may have paid to the GoFundMe. So they have an interest in what's going on. They have a sense of justice. Even if they believe that it was an accident, they want to go along. So what the admin team are saying, that maybe 3 or 4 tickets are okay to be purchased. But anything over that, maybe they are as I hear it, they're querying it or something. Somebody booked in a block of 20 or 30 tickets, I don't know. There were 40 tickets apparently available. That's up to them. They can sort that out. I don't know. I just need to know what the criteria is. As I say, not the best person to go, but I'll try my best and I'll take along. I don't know whether you can record. I don't think you can, but court cases I've been to, not inquest, but court cases, you hand your phone in, they put it in a plastic bag, all recording equipment. Don't know whether the press are allowed to record or not, or whether it's just a notebook and a pen. But I'll take one of those and I'll listen and I'll report back to what's going on. But if not, if I don't go, I don't go. It's no big deal. It really isn't. Right, let's move on to the summons. Ahab apparently was living in an address, around London, North London, and he wasn't there anymore. So the police, that's why they went to find him, because he was actually summoned. I did find that a bit strange, because the police wouldn't go to find somebody if they weren't summoned. So he was abroad. Guess who else is abroad? Allegedly. You can come up and speak, Ahab, if you want to. Stephen Rockers, you can deny it or you can talk about it because it might be rubbish, of course. So you can sue the newspapers, can't you, really, if they're talking rubbish? So that tells me that Rocky was summoned. And was he there? No, he's abroad. So it seems like that those two have run off. They've done a runner, so to speak. They've had enough of this country. They're suspicious of something that might be happening, so they've gone. Is that the case? It might not be. That's for the inquest. Another question for the inquest, isn't it? So apparently Bradley was summoned. Whether that's true or not, Bradley, you could get back and let us know. It's quite simple. Were you summoned or weren't you summoned? And it's got me thinking, because if Bradley was summoned, then Brandon must also have been summoned. Because they have an equal involvement. They were in the car. Lucy was in the car. So that makes me think, if Bradley was summoned, Lucy must have been summoned as well. But maybe I'm wrong, but I gather she was abroad. Bradley was abroad because he was on holiday. But when was it really quick? Did the summons come in 2 days before or a day before the actual court event, the inquest? Surely it arrived before. Surely you have somebody there checking your post, or you check your post before you go. I don't know how long the holiday was. It was booked back in October, was it? For May. So it's very confusing. Perhaps you could put down in the comments if you can enlighten something, and we need the truth out there. So we're listening to the press. They can't surely put rubbish down, because you could sue them, especially in something as high profile as this is such high profile. I don't know if it's high profile, but within the realms of what's going on at the moment, surely they won't be able to print rubbish. But there it was in black and white. I'll try and get hold of the article or articles, but you've probably seen them already. It's probably out there already. It does happen quite quick, and then it spreads. So I don't know. I don't know what is going on. I don't think that, speaking of the inquest too, number 2, I don't know. I don't think they know what's going on and what they want. So this is a reach out to the family. Do you want a closed case? I mean, come out there and say so. If you want a closed case, I don't know whether it's too late. Present it and say, can we let everybody know? Because some of the press probably are coming from far and wide, aren't they? They're probably booking accommodation, etc. And they need to know. So is it closed or open? What is it that you want? People are quite genuine who go along to those type of things. You have to be quite committed, especially if it is over 2 days, and you're a caring sort of person. You paid to the GoFundMe. You care about what happens to the person. You feel a sense of injustice about the certain lies that are going on because something else was going on, and they're needing to know whether it did cross over on Jay's timeline. Now, the Inquest authority, Chris Long, etc., are from, they believe it was an accident, because they're from Chris Long. He's in charge of the autopsy, taking out, I don't know whether James Adley is still staying within, not retiring, and he's still staying within this case, I don't know. But they're from the autopsy team, so they carried out the autopsy, and they say it was from a fall, despite certain other bits and pieces and evidence from people medical as well as content creators. And Duncan's looked this up, and he's reported about the certain injuries. Now, he was quite spot on with the cyclists, being a cyclist myself, about injuries, etc. And the first injury you normally do get is a collarbone injury. Now, a head injury and a pelvic injury. There must have been more to it. So the body was intact, I would presume, bone-wise. So surely you'd break her arms. How would you not break your arms when you have a fall? Your arms are the first thing that go out to protect your head. So no broken bones, no mention of the cut on the leg. I don't know whether the tissue was attached, but it must have been, because they took fingerprints. So surely the tissue must have been attached, or some tissue, sorry about this, but some tissue on the body was attached. So the cut on the leg, was it a cactus or was it a knife? Maybe he cut himself with it. Maybe he didn't want to say, and he had the 2 knives stuffed down his shorts. I'd cut myself if I had 2 knives stuffed down my shorts. I'd cut my leg, certainly. Besides the point, I don't know, but we don't have 100% that it was a fall, but nor did the autopsy, because they said he could have been pushed, but we don't know. I've already said he could be pile drived into that cliff by someone turning him up and pile driving him on the head. So we don't know. Anyway, they believe in that, so they're from the accident group. They need to be convinced otherwise. So that's what it's all about. So the accident group, they need to be convinced otherwise that it was anything different, and they want to discover all the suspicions, or the family want to discover all the suspicions going on around the case. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, put down in the comments. That's what they want to know, if it's crossing over. And if they do find out anything else, I'm going, I don't know if I'm going there or not, it doesn't matter. But if I am, I would want to know, as well as whoever is going, because if you have tickets and they're interchangeable, anyone can swap those tickets around. So anybody, any creator you think of, Mark Williams Thomas or anybody else, can go at the moment until they explain the criteria of these golden tickets. Anyone can actually go. Nobody else, no creator, nobody is in charge of those tickets. So they can't say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go. They can have an opinion, but they're not in charge of those tickets. That's between the person and the actual admin team, the actual inquest. They're in charge, okay? I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I don't know what's going on. It's just crazy. The important thing is we try and find out, or the family try and find out what actually happened, and the GoFundMe people need to know what actually happened, and they care. That's why they're there. That's why they're going. They care. They're going at their own expense. So it's quite a big chunk. So they're not making money out of this, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. Some of the press might be. But good people online, there are good and bad online, aren't there, really? Another heartfelt video, really showing a really soft side. You decide whether I'm putting on some sort of act and I'm showing a real softy side. It's up to you. You're the viewer, you're watching. It's all for you. To discuss it, really, between us. We're a team. I see us as a team. That's what it's all about. It's not about making money, because I don't make money from it. If I had 50,000 subs or whatever else, maybe I would be making money like some people are, and that's fine. Anyway, do you want Rosie to say a quick hello? Some of you do. Here she is. Rosie. It's warming up now, aren't you? You get quite hot with all that fur on you. You need pruning a bit sometimes, don't you? And the groomers. But there she is, Rosie. You going to the inquest? I don't think they allow dogs. I don't think they know what they allow and what they do allow and what they want or what they don't want. Say goodbye. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and thank you for watching. And if there's any more information, I'll update you as it goes. If you update me as well, that's fine in the comments. And stop all this sort of narcissism. We do really care. To the family, we do care. So it is up to you. We would like to know what you actually want, whether you want the public involved or whether you don't. Do you want a closed inquest? And if there is any narcissistic behaviour going on between all the feuds and everything else, I don't follow it, but it's going to go on, isn't it? But I hope I'm pretty open. And any would-be assassin out there, noticed if I got oil on my hands, I have been doing my bikes today, loads of them. Hopefully there'll be some nice, good old-fashioned second-hand bikes for sale. Keep an eye out. And if you do want to meet up with me, any would-be assassins, I'll make it easier for you. We can have a coffee, or we'll have a shootout. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing. And remember, when you do lay your head down tonight, don't have any nasty dreams.